purposes, the security purposes, that doesn't make sense to me. When we have all of the coal resources we need. And we know we cannot generate the power to have our plug-in cars or whatever else, other mode of transportation we have by simply using wind-generated power. It won't work. So we have to continue using what we have. You know, just think, with all of the fiasco that's gone on with the oil spill that's taken place now, tragically, where you have to go down 1 mile beneath the surface of the ocean and then go another mile or more drilling into the earth at the surface of the ocean to get this fuel up. What if we did it in Anwar, where nobody lives, where hardly anything grows, and where the caribou don't hunt? If we had that same spill, that same explosion, we'd have handled it immediately without the disruption, economic and personal, social problems that took place, that's actually taking place in Louisiana, the Gulf. So these are things we need to work on. Let me tell you about the campaign. We do have a primary. If you don't know who my primary opponents are, I'm not going to tell you. That's your responsibility. But I think you've come as far as you need to go. I'm the only candidate in the race, other than Mark Schauer, that has a record. The only candidate in the race other than Mark Schauer that has voted on issues. I'm the only candidate in the race that has any experience in politics, plus on top of that, 20 years of experience in the private sector workforce as well. So anyone that says I'm a career politician doesn't understand what career means. When I've served 20 years in the private sector and I've served 18 years in the public sector as elected office. I'm not a pig in a poke, as we say out in the agriculture community. And I hate to say a pig in a poke, because you take the pig out of the poke and walk him around and make sure they can walk, that all fours work. I've been taken out of the pen. People know my positions, they know my record. There's that old saw that says, boy, they all sound so good when they're campaigning, but then what happens after we elect them? Well, you can go to my record of 18 years, 16 in the State House and 2 years in Congress, and you can see a conservative, consistent conservative record. That's why the Democrats spent more to defeat me last election than any other candidate, targeted Republican in the United States. That's why, even though I lost, I did 10,000 votes better than John McCain, the top of the ticket. That's not normal. There's only one other candidate in the nation, Steve Chabot in Cincinnati, that while he lost, he was a targeted candidate as well. He lost while doing better than the top of the ticket. That's why I say we can win this one. And so far the polls are showing us, most recent polling shows us leading Mark Schauer by 10 points. He knows that. Democrats know that. There have been other polls taken that we're aware of, including here in Marshall, that have not been released. And why haven't they been released? Because they have substantiated the poll that shows me 10 points up on Mark Schauer. It shows me 5 points up on the generic Republican. You know, that question you get asked, if you were to vote today, would you lean more toward voting for a Republican congressional candidate or a Democrat congressional candidate? I'm leading the generic Republican by 5 points. I'm also leading my primary opponents by at least 40 points. And the primary opponent is considered the best shot in the race is trailing me by that 40 points and trailing Mark Schauer by 10 points. Excuse me, by 8 points, and the generic Republican by 10 points. So all that to say is the viability of my candidacy, and if you were to support me, you're not, number one, supporting a pig in a poke. Number two, you're supporting the leading candidate on both sides of the ticket right now. And a candidate has experienced tough, challenging elections. You know, the Tea Party movement is a great movement. The 9/12 groups, great groups, and I'm thankful to have a lot of their support, right from the leadership in Lansing on that. But I ran as a Tea Party candidate for my first race in 1982 to defeat a Rhino Republican in the State House and defeated him. And then I ran in 2006 and defeated a Rhino Republican, defeated him to go to Congress. Okay. That doesn't grandson.